Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 3 gang, y'all, let's get it, y'all, let's get it, y'all, part 3, let's get it. Like, share, subscribe, y'all, let's get it. Let's get it, let's go. Man, that jump was crazy, man. I said, she was like, you happy now? I was like, oh, shit. Bro was like, I saw his face. He was like, man, why you lying to me, man? Who's that girl in these pictures, man? Look, you can download pictures. I ain't want you to leave me. I was like, you can download pictures. You ain't want me to leave you. He like, man, that's messed up, man. You ain't had to lie to me, man. I still would mess with you, man. What's the matter with you? Now, this the reason why you ain't never want to come see me? I went and looked again. I was like, she set the phone up like she was in the kitchen. And her body looked like a bowling pin. It was like skinny. It was like it was big and like down here. It was like, I don't know, shit looked like a bowling pin with a freaking Kunta Kinte face. I'm just looking at her like, yo, that's John Craig. I was like, yo, I'm in shock. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I seen a lot in prison. I'm in shock on this one though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, yo. So he was like, you buck don't come in to see me and you look like cause you look like this. Like you could have kept it a band and still came. You made me not get no visit for a whole year. She was like, I could have came and seen you, but I didn't think you wanted to see me. I didn't think you, when he was like, so what was gonna happen when I come home then? What you was gonna do then? She was like, well, you just was gonna have to find out with that when you came home. I won't risk losing you. I was like, yo, she's a dirty, rotten, crazy vato. But I like that though. I like that. But that was crazy what she just said. It was diabolical. I wasn't gonna risk losing you. Bro was like, man, I can't believe you did this, man. You got me beating dudes up and everything, man. She was like, I mean, what's gonna get out sooner or later? Like, it's people in there that know me. He was like, I started pissing. He like, man, look, man, don't you ever lie to me again, man. You hear me? Don't you lie to me again. She was like, now you don't want to mess with me now, huh? Because I look like this. Every time I let people see who I really look like, they don't never want to mess with me. They don't never want to mess with me no more. He was like, so you did this before? This joke was out of control, y'all. He was like, you did this before? Man, look, man, don't lie to me ever again. I'm telling you, ever again. You promise? She was like, you gonna leave me alone? He was like, no, I ain't gonna leave you alone. I love you too much to leave you alone. She was like, well, you gonna love me like this? And I was just looking at, like, I couldn't really see her on the phone when she said that, but I guess she's kind of straightened up. You know what I mean? Like her best look kind of like, and I just saw bro eyes like, bro looking stuff. I said, yo, this is out of control, bro. Looking at the chat. So he was like, yo, man, look, man, we still locked in. I'm gonna call you back on my phone in a minute. He hung that shit up. He was like, man, we still here, man. I was like, yo, I grabbed the job. I was like, yo, bro. I said, man, this shit crazy, man. I said, bro, this is crazy, bro. I said, bro, that wasn't her in them pictures, bro. He was like, he pulled his jacket out. He was like, I said, what you doing, bro? He was like, delete. This ain't her in them pictures, man. Man, that probably wasn't her even playing with the poo-poo. She probably got a videotape or something. I'm like, yo, bro, that's crazy, man. I said, bro, look. But I'm saying, though, like, bro, that shouldn't stop nothing, though, bro. I said, man, okay, she ugly. She lied. I said, we lie all the time. You know what I mean? I said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't, bro. I said, look, you need her, bro. She be making little plays for you. I said, you take care of her. So I said, you know, it's an even exchange, bro. I said, you ain't got nothing else to do with the money. I said, so it's all good. I ain't mad at you, bro. I said, but now, I said, you need to get a visit, bro. You need to make West Busha bring the package, bro. He was like, yeah, she been ducking me. She been ducking me this whole time, bro. Like, now, you know what I mean? I could have been got a visit. Weezy, I'm keep getting this tobacco when I could have got some Lala. Yeah, she gonna, yeah, I got it. I said, bro, listen, if you make that happen, bro, put me in the car. Y'all know I'm always right there in the clutch. Hey, bro, that put me in the car, bro. Don't forget about me, bro. He was like, I'm about to go holler at him, bro. Dip. It's my word. My celly's about to come in. I was like, oh. He was like, what happened, bro? I was like, hold on, man. He was like, for what? I said, bro, I'm about to hit Pinky. I threw the cut up on blast, y'all. So boom. I'm gonna go ahead and handle Pinky before I take this phone back. You know what I mean? So I stayed in the cell break. My roommate came back up cell break. That's when I didn't do the phone back. I came back upstairs to tell my roommate what happened. I'm gonna say, yo, say word, bro, that Unc was right. Unc was right the whole time. He was like, man, speaking of Unc was like, what's up? What's up with the tobacco? So I was like, oh, I was like, hold on. I was like, yo, Greg might be busy, man. I said, yo, Greg called her on FaceTime, bro. I said, man, old girl hit. I was like, bro, she hit. I was like, bro, she hit, bro. I said, man, she looked like she got down part of a Negro spiritual, bro. I said, man, she's hit, man, like all the way hit. I said, she's dark skinned, she's not even light skinned. He was like, man, get out of here. I was like, my word, bro. Everything, man. I was like, she hit, bro. She's hit. She's super hit. He was like, damn, that's crazy. He was like, I told you Unc won't win it. I was like, man, Unc won't win it. I said, but nah, we gonna come holler. I said, we gonna holler at him and let him know that he still need to do that, even though, you know what I mean? Because he still need to apologize to old school, because old school won't win it. So he was like, yeah, he do need to holler. So I chill for a minute. I let bro talk to go over there and talk to West Busha for a little bit longer, you know what I mean? So he talking to her. I waited like an hour, you know what I mean? I still ain't selling tobacco yet. So I come out and I walked to his cell, you know what I mean? Went back to his junk. He was like, yo, I was like, Weezy, bro. He was like, all right, come in. Came in the junk. I was like, bro, you trying to hit a cigarette? He was like, yeah. I was like, bro, let's roll up real quick. Pulled a cigarette out, you know what I mean? Roll a decent drink. We got the pack. I'm like, decent drink. He was like, shh. Man, I don't believe she lied to me, man. He had to laugh it off. He was like, man, I don't believe she lied to me like that, man. I said, bro, what you mean? You don't believe that, bro? He was like, man, shh. She ain't had to do that, is what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, man, she was too ugly, man. She probably thought that. I said, I don't mean to call her ugly, bro. I said, but she probably thought that if she really would have showed you a picture of her, you probably wouldn't even want her, a dude in prison. And I said, that's sad. If you that ugly that you feel like a dude in prison ain't gonna want you, man, that means you extra busted, y'all. So boom, you got to be busted if you think a dude in prison ain't gonna want you. A dude in prison will take somebody with no legs and blind, and they'll deal with them, man. As long as they can write letters and come in the V room and buy them snacks out the snack machine, they don't care how they look, man. They could be in a wheelchair, man, anything. I'm telling y'all, man. So like, to have her think like that, it was nuts. So I said, yo, bro, look. I said, we still gotta go holler at the old head. I said, bro, you owe him an apology, man. Old head ain't even deserve to get beat up yesterday, the other day, bro. He was like, come on. I was like, man. So we ain't go down the stairs like bad dudes, you know what I mean? I want the bad dudes run. We go down the steps. We get the old head said, old head see me come in first. I was like, yo, Greg was like, he seen Greg, he slumped off the bed. He was like, old head got, I was a super old head move. Old head got up off the bed. He was like, Greg walked in like, everything good, man. He was like, why you put your hands on me, man? Ray was like, what you mean? He was talking crazy about my girl. He said, I told you she's a freak. That's the truth, man. The whole town had sex with her, man. Greg was like, man, watch your mouth, man. I said, Greg, chill, man. I said, chill out, man. I said, look. I said, man, you was right, man. She looked like freaking Whoopi Goldberg, man, on Color Purple. You was right. She looked like Celia. You got it, man. I said, bro, come and apologize, man. Greg was like, look, man, I appreciate you, man. You know what I mean? He was like, here. Gay dude tobacco over here was like, I appreciate you, man. He was like, look, man, don't go putting your hands on people, man, on stuff you don't know about. Greg sat down next to him. Greg was like, what else you know? He was like, what do you mean what else I know? He was like, who are her baby daddies? She told me her baby daddy live in California because he in the Navy. He was like, he in the Navy? He was like, man, her baby daddy's at Red Onion. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, Red Onion. He got a life sentence. He unalived somebody, man, like 10 years ago, man. He was like, yeah, Red Onion. I'm like, dang. He was like, why she tell me he in California? I said, bro, because the lies just kept adding up. She just had to keep spinning you, bro. I said, she owe you for this, bro. Oh, he was like, yeah, and they told me she said that she was light-skinned. He was like, man, she ain't light-skinned, man. His voice got like that when he said, man, she ain't light-skinned, man. He said, she's dark. The whole family's dark. Everybody, the kids, her mama, the grandmama, everybody's dark-skinned. I was like, yeah, we saw her, man. He was like, see? You thought I was lying, man. I wasn't lying, man. I just, I tell the truth. Greg was like, man, I'm saying, so like her sisters and stuff, like, who you think that light-skinned girl is with the braids who she was sending me the pictures of? Like, is she the only light-skinned girl from their town or something? Like, he was like, I don't know, that could be the babysitter. He said, it's a girl that grew up around there, and she a pretty girl. He's like, but I don't know if that's her or not. You got to show me the picture. Greg was like, I was like, yo, I thought you erased all the pictures. He was like, not all of them. So old head was like, Went in his pocket, he was like, put his glasses on, he was like, yeah, that's her. She a freak too. Yeah, that's her. I was like, man, that's crazy. I said, man, why would they run a play on bro like that? He was like, cuz I told you the whole family scams. So Gray was like, what do you mean the whole family scam? Weezy, you ain't telling me that. I said, bro, you didn't give me a chance. I said, once we talked on the phone, like the cat was out the bag. He was like, what do you mean the whole family be scamming? Oh, he was like, look, they all be scamming, man. Like that's just what they do. They scam. And they'll go to jail for it. I was like, man, that's crazy, man. So Gray was like, man, look, man, I apologize again. I ain't mean to put my hands on you, man. You know what I mean? Oh, he was like, we good, man. We good. So me and Greg dipped out. Left out his cell. I was like, yo, bro, listen, bro. I was like, you all right, man? Greg was like, yeah, man. He was like, man, but one thing for sure, two things for certain. I was like, what? He was like, man, she got to bring that pack, Weezy. I said, that's a lot, bro. So boom. We get back up in my cell, you know what I mean? Get up that joint. He was like, man, let me bag up in here. So me and him bagging up. I said, bro, listen. I said, bro, make Godzilla bring that package, bro. I said, straight up, call her right now, bro. Make Godzilla bring that pack, bro. Make her bring that pack, bro. So he was like, man, she gonna bring that pack. He was like, man, put the phone back out. I said, put it on speaker, bro. He was like, he set the phone right there on the table. We like this, backing up. She answered the phone. He was like, hey, look, I need you this weekend, man. She was like, what? What do you mean you need me? He was like, you coming to see me? What you mean? I done seen how you look. Ain't no need to duck the visit no more. She was like, you need to calm down. First of all, you need to calm down right now. I don't care if you found out how I look. Don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect. He was like, look, listen what I'm saying, man. I need you, man. I need you. She was like, you need me for what? You already getting tobacco. What else you want? He was like, no, I need the la-la. She was like, oh, now you want la-la now because I'm ugly now, huh? So you think if I was pretty enough not to bring the la-la, now you think because I'm ugly, I can bring the la-la, huh? I'm like this. Yeah. I'm like this in the background. Yeah. Up last. Yeah. She like, nah, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. Bro, like, what you mean it don't work like that? How it don't work like that? You need to do what I tell you. I'm paying the bills in your crib, man. I need you to bring the package. She said, if I get towed off, who gonna take care of my kids? He was like, I don't know. Make the light-skinned babysitter take care of her. That joke got quiet when he said that. She was like, oh, you been doing your homework on me now, huh? Yeah, I get it. All right, that's why I lied to you, because you wasn't gonna stick around. Look at you. He was like, what I tell you, I ain't going nowhere, right? Just bring the package. That's all I need you to do is bring the package, man. That's it. She was like, and what's in it for me? What's in it for me? He was like, man, look, you know I'm gonna hit you off, man. Like I've been doing. She was like, you ain't even send me nothing from the tobacco yet. He was like, because I ain't did nothing since the tobacco, since I found out all of this information. He was blacking out on the phone. She was like, well, we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. I don't know how to do that stuff. You need, he said, man, no, forget that. Nah, your whole family trained to go. Yeah, your whole family trained to go. I don't want to hear that, man. You know how to bring the package, man. This Lawrenceville, this junk sweet up here. Put it in your poo-poo and bring it to the visitor room. She was like, you need to watch how you talk to me. I'm telling you. I was like, yo, bro. He was like, man, look, all I'm saying is, man, I need you this weekend. It's a yes or no. You've been on my visiting list. Is you gonna come see me or what? She was like, yeah, I'm gonna come see you, but I need to see how I look in there first before I do anything. I was like, I looked at bro like, he was like, all right, I'm gonna holler at you. He on the phone up. I was like, yo, bro, she coming to see you for free? I said, man, that junk look like a crocodile mixed with a bat. I said, bro, listen, man, her coming to see you for free is nuts. I said, bro, you going in that visiting room? He was like, that's my baby Weezy, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go in there and prep her. Show her how to bring the pack. Yeah, bro. I ain't tripping. Who care about how she look, bro? You know what I mean? I said, bro, I can't tell. You look all hurt. He was like, I ain't hurt, Weezy, man. I said, you thought you had that light skin? I said, bro, you thought you had that light skin jank. That's what you thought you had, bro. I said, you thought you had that light skin jank, bro. I said, nah, you ain't. I said, nah, you got silly from Color Purple. He was like, man, go ahead with that Weezy, man. I said, nah, look, real talk, bro. Just go in there and prep her, bro, and get ready for next week, babe. That's all you can do. So bro was like, bet. So everything went back to regular. Like now I can bag up, sell the tobacco, you know what I mean? I made him look out for my roommate while he was in there, got that straight, you know what I mean? Everything got back smooth. Bro went back doing what he was doing. I went back doing what I was doing. And I'm getting to that bread right now. You already know that. I'm up that joint. Mouth some roll-ups. I hit popcorn off on a 20 pack on the roll-ups, $5 a pop. So do the math. So we getting a little money in there now. You know what I mean? So I'm chilling. Weekend roll around. When the weekend roll around, Bro go to the visit. I see him. Bro get all clean. Everything. I ain't never see bro go to visit. Bro go over that junk. Bro go over that junk like he had a dime, like that light skinned junk was over there. That's how bro went over there, bro, for the VI. I'm just chilling. I wish I can get a visit to go see. You know what I mean? I looked, they called my roommate for a visit. It was a couple of dudes that they called while he went over there. So they all over there. So bro come back before all of them. So when he come back, I'm like, what happened? He was like, man, hey Weezy, hey man. He leaned on the wall. He was like, bro, shh, bro, she hit Weezy, man. He was like, bro, she can't dress. Bro, he was like, bro, she smelled crazy. He was like, man, her breath was crazy, bro. He's like, I kissed her. I was like, you did? He was like, yeah. I said, bro, you ain't hitting my face no more. Bro, you kissed Godzilla, bro. You wild. And he was like, man, I took one for the team. He was like, she gonna bring the Lala though next week. You know what I mean? That's what it is, bro. I'm just gonna use her, bro. Like I said, bro, look, I don't care what you do with Godzilla, bro. I said, man, just get that Lala in here, bro. That's all you gotta do. He was like, yeah, I know, man. He was like, man, but for real though, like that joint, she apologized 100 times, Weezy, man. Like, she said she ain't mean to lie to me and all that. I was like, bro, like, despite her lying and all of that, bro, I said, now that you actually seen her in person, I said, you said her breath stink, you said she can't dress, and you said she smelled a little bad. I said, are you able to deal with all three food groups like that? I said, are you willing to deal with that even when you go home? He was like, no, I ain't messing with her when I go home, bro. Hell no. Nah. I was like, bro, you say you was messing with her when you go home. He was like, nah, hell no. Hell no, that shit ain't gonna happen. That shit's not gonna happen, bro. I'm done. I am done, bro. Like, I'm just gonna use it while we in this bitch. You know what I mean? So he on a joint, like, he like, damn. I was like, yo, bro, look, let me see the joint, bro. I gotta clean these numbers right fast. I said, let me get down, you know what I mean? So he was like, yeah. He was like, hey, I just got to jump back after I came from visit, let her know. You know what I mean? I was talking to her on the way home. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, let me use the joint, clean these numbers. My word. So he was like, all right, I'll be back. I gotta use the bathroom. So we usually come out from VI, you gotta do number 2. So bro threw me the jack and slid. When he threw me the jack, I looked. And I won't pay no mind at first till I opened the phone up and I saw that it was a number up there. It was a 434 number up there. Like, I don't know, because the picture gone now. Like, the picture on the screen save a game. That's not up there no more, y'all. So boom. So I'm like, it's a 434 jump, right? So I know that's that area, you know what I mean? Around these pots. So I'm like, the jump, I look again, I'm like, oh, I seen the time. That jump said 11 minutes, 13 seconds. I was like, boom, I shut that jump down. I was like, oh, shit. I shut that jump down, y'all. I was like, oh, my God. I was like, yo, I'm gonna go handle my business. I handle my business real quick. Boom, I dip out. I look, he still got the cut up. I'm like, man, jump quick. So I'm waiting for him to put the cut down. Bro, put the cut down. Finally, I go back to the cell. I said, yo, bro, look. I said, man, say word when you gave me the jack. I said, who number is this right here? He was like, oh, that's Tish number. I said, bro, look. I think you pocket dialed her or something, bro. I said, bro, she was on the phone. I said, I didn't hear. I said, but it said 11 minutes. Like, when you gave me the phone, it was like 11 minutes on the call, bro. Look. And I showed him, I'm like, yeah, bro. I was like, you think she heard you? He was like, no, I don't think she heard me, bro. I don't think she heard me, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, nah, bro, she might have heard you, bro. I said, bro, you was talking about not going home to the girl and everything, bro. He was like, no, I'm gonna find out, though. I'm about to find out. He was like, let me see the jack. I gave him the jack. He was like, what's up, baby? Yeah, man, you know, I'm full and tired, man. He was like, I'm gonna holler back. I was like, holler back. So I guess everything was copacetic. Also, boom. I was happy to hear. You know, sometimes the person on the other end that you pocket dial or whatever that might happen to, they might not keep listening to this. No more listening. Now you'll catch somebody dumb nosy like me. I'm pocket dial me if you want. I'm like this. I might chill for 20 minutes. Never know what you're gonna hear. I'm like this. So I don't know if she was on that type of time. You know what I mean? But at the same time though, like I still didn't know. So I won't trip it. So the whole time, bro, you know what I mean? Bro, after bro used the phone, bro came back and was like, yo, everything copacetic. He was like, yo, everything copacetic. Like, she ain't mentioned nothing about the joint. I'm like, man, she better not up blast. The hell she gonna say, goddamn, we ain't say nothing false in that bitch, you know what I mean? So he like, no, that's my baby, man. He like, fuck it, I'm gonna fuck with her good glass until I dip, you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, that's the play. I was like, look, she gonna bring the la-la. He was like, yeah, he's like, but it's the thing though, like she buying the la-la from where she from, shit. Like she ain't going to meet nobody. She already said that shit, she ain't meeting nobody. So we just gonna send her $150 a piece and she gonna go buy us a goddamn QP. You know what I mean? So I'm like, a QP for 300? I was like, yeah, damn, well, that's just some dirt weed, bro. He was like, I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, we just getting the best we can get, bro. You know what I mean? So we just gonna send him, you got the buck 50? So I'm like, yeah. So I sent him the buck 50, you know what I mean? I guess he gave her the 300. So we getting ready for the weekend. So the whole time this is going on, me and bro in there, we ain't doing nothing but slanging and banging. That's all we doing. Messing with the roll-ups, selling the roll-ups, trading it for the la-la, me and him chilling in the joint. So, like I say, nothing really happened, because you think if that girl knew that shit, she'd probably definitely be like, she gonna buck, she's not coming bringing no package, or none of that, you know what I mean? But, like, I just had a bad feeling about this the whole time for some reason. I said something to my roommate about it. I was like, I think bro pocket dial goddamn silly. And I think she heard me and him talking. He was calling her ugly and all this shit. He was like, for real? I'm like, yeah. I was like, man, I don't know, bro. I was like, man, he's saying she ain't here. I was like, she might. He was like, I done pocket dial people and they ain't caught. I was like, yeah, you're right. So she might ain't here. You know what I mean? But like, he was like, man, for real, though, man. He was like, guess who about to come up here? I'm like, who? He was like, the old head. As soon as he said that, he heard a knock. It's like, yo. Old head, he walked in. He was like, hey, look, we get some more of that tobacco from you. You know, my roommate had some tobacco that Greg gave him. You know, I looked out for my roommate, so my roommate was like, all right, store there, right? He was like, yeah, when I get my bag, I got you. So my roommate hitting him off. So I said, let me ask you a question, man. He was like, what? I said, that family wicked, bro? I was like, man, because you know he know how she look now and all of this. You know what I mean? I said, but if she wicked, like they'll do you dirty and stuff. He was like, man, I don't mess with that family. He was like, they whores and they just untrustworthy, man. I don't mess with that family, man. I don't mess with that family. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. I was like, man, I wanted to tell him what I just said to my roommate. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna tell Unc. You know what I mean? So Unc came in, did his thing, and he dipped. So now, like, through the week, bro is just getting ready for the VI. Like, the VI is coming up fast. Like, he just had a VI, now it's like Wednesday. So he getting ready for the VI. So every day I'm just checking to make sure, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't investing up with $150 into this play. But like, I really wanted to do the tobacco again, you know what I mean? But he was like, he was gonna do this first, then we was gonna get back to the tobacco. So like every day I was checking in with Greg just to make sure that it won't like nothing shaky. I'm like, look, I'll just pop up in the cell randomly like, yo, he like, hey, I want to phone my baby. Same routine. So I'm like, bro must be got it under control. He gotta have it under control. So I ain't saying nothing about the joint, man. So next thing you know, Thursday roll around. You know what I mean? Thursday roll around, bro, feeling good. We get him kicking it. We talking like, yo, we're gonna get this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Friday roll around, bro, we get a haircut. So while he out there getting a haircut, I had came out in the barber shop, you know what I mean? He was out there and bro just was feeling good. He was like, yeah, bro, man, I feel good, you know what I mean? Like, you get money, this and that. And I'm like, yo, I come out there, I'm like, yeah, bro, like game time tomorrow. The dude from his city that he getting a haircut from, you know what I mean? So we just talking freely, like, yo, bro, it's game time tomorrow, you know what I mean? He like, yeah, I know. He like, no, her up glass better be good for something. Shit, up glass. She gonna bring that goddamn pack. He was like, this ain't gonna be the only time either, man. This fucking Lawrenceville, this shit easy, man. She better do what the fuck I tell him. Her ugly ass lied to me. He just kept saying ugly, goddamn, ugly this, ugly that. You're ugly, goddamn it. So boom. I agree with bro though, man. Like, for real though, man. Her ugly ass better agree, man. You can't be that ugly and you're not bringing this package, man. Like, you want to mess with niggas in penitentiary, man, you got to bring that package, man. Goddamn it, your ugly ass, man. That's how I felt. I felt the same way, man. So, like, we was just waiting for Saturday. So, bro get his haircut. We come back in the pod. We kicked it a little bit. I asked him again. I said, yo, what's up? Everything copacetic still, right? He was like, yeah. He was like, bro, listen, bro, like once we got past that live, man, like, you know, bro, I'm locked up, bro. Fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, listen, you right. As long as her ugly ass bring that package, bro, like, that's, I feel like that's all she owe you. You know what I mean? He was like, man, I ain't tripping with her, bro. I said, man, you gonna go home and fuck with her ugly ass too. I said, you think you slick, Greg? He was like, what? I said, man, you going home and fuck with her ugly ass? He was like, I mean, he was like, she ugly, bro. When she get some good ass hair, he was like, I might get some hair and hit her a couple. I said, bro, you gonna fuck around have alien baby. I said, your baby gonna come out looking like goddamn Jason versus Freddy in the damn face. I was like, bro, you wildin', man. He was like, no, I'm gonna have the Jimmy on extra tight. I ain't hear no. I said, bro, you gonna go hit that jump, bro. I said, man, my roommate told me, man, when you was in the V room, man, they said she like a goddamn snapping turtle in the face, bro. I said, bro, she hit, bro. Everybody said, bro, you wildin'. I said, you sure, bro? He was like, yeah. So I'm like, all right, man, you know what I mean? So Saturday hit. Damn it, bro, ready for VI, bro, sitting out in a pod dressed. You know what I mean? It's like 11:30. It's like the morning. He didn't go the last time, do the morning rec. You know what I mean? So we locked down. We come back out like 11. He sitting on the table dressed. You know what I mean? Stand by for child. Stand by for child. Everybody get ready for child. You know what I mean? Going over that junk bologna sandwich game. It's Saturday. Everybody gonna get that. So everybody get ready. Exit off for child. We dip. Everybody dip. I look. I said, bro, let me get that bologna, bro. Come to child. He was like, man, I was gonna give you the tray and drop it off. I'm like, all right. So me and him walked Bro gave me the tray, dipped back in the pod. He was like, my visit should be getting ready to call. I'm like, yeah, bro, be careful too if I don't see you. He was like, all right. So I stayed in the joint, grabbed a bologna, kicked it with my man for a little bit, you know what I mean? Stayed in there for a little second, then I dipped back. So when I dip back to the pod, I come back in the pod, bro still sitting at the middle table swinging his legs. So I ain't say nothing because it's like 12 o'clock now. I'm like, you ain't go yet, man. He was like, no. I was like, she answering the phone? He was like, no. So that means she probably out in front. I was like, yeah, because that usually is a sign when your people's, that's usually the sign when your people's don't answer the phone when you get a visit. That means they already in the front getting searched and waiting to come through the processing area. You know that. So I'm like, you should be good, bro. You know what I mean? So we in the junk chilling for a minute. It's like 12:25 now. Now they finished childing outside. Now the lady says, stand by for 2 o'clock break. Stand by for 2 o'clock break. So everybody getting ready for that. Everybody getting ready for that. So we get ready to go outside. Exit for outside. We go outside, wreck. Bro go in the room. I guess he want to use the jack again. We go outside. I shoot out there and talk to my man for a second. I wasn't going out. I want to see when this pack come back in. I go out there for a second. I come back in. When I come back in, I didn't see bro leave or nothing. So I go to his cell and look. I was like, yo, he was like, I was like, what's up? He was like, she ain't answered. I'm like, damn, bro. So, like, bro just was sitting there. You know what I mean? Bro was sitting there. Next thing you know, Rec is coming back. Now it's like freaking 1:30, 2 o'clock, like 2 something, Rec coming back. I'm like, yo, visitation is over with at 2:30. Man, this is my word. When he seen Rec come back, I thought I damn near see a tear come out Greg's eyes, y'all. So, boom. I was like, yo, call him, bro. He was like, man, I said, bro, you ain't going to visit, bro. They don't call nobody around this time, bro. He was like, man, you think she got tore off? I was like, bro, she might have did. I don't know. She might have got tore off, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she might have did, my nigga. I don't know. Don't get me to lie, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He was like, man, she crazy, Weezy, man. He was like, man, fuck, man. God damn, I told her she was got to bring a shot just for this year. I told her I'd go home, got down the end of 16, like, got down, like, she got to, like, this shit ain't got down, you know what I mean? I'm like, bro, hopefully she ain't get tore off, bro. He's like, I hope she didn't, man. So, bro didn't go to VI. He didn't go to VI, man. So, they called dinner. I was like, he definitely duct tape. Looked at him again. She ain't answer. I'm like, she bucking. I already knew it. I was like, man, this fuck. I was like, man, this freaking rhinoceros pism. She's bucking, y'all. So, boom. Up last, man. I was like, damn, man. Fuck. Ain't nothing but $1.50, though. I was like, shit. Still, man, I hate being bucked down. So, we go to dinner. Come back from dinner. Now it's lockdown time. We locked down. He's definitely bucked on. Looked at him again. No answer, bro. I'm like, shh. Yeah, we locked in the cell. We in the cell. They getting ready to count. They count. After they finish the count, all you hear is the slide open up. I thought it was the people leaving after they counted. The slide open up. You heard that, y'all. All you heard is everybody at the bottom say, police coming in here. This is where they coming at y'all running. I look, they running. Man, they running. That's how they come at y'all. They come at y'all running. They hit the steps. I see the little short dude. That's how he went up the steps. He was like, he got up the steps super fast. They got up the steps. They hit bro door. Boom, bro door was right there. Man, I love him just looking at him. Boom, they hit bro jaw. I was like, my roommate, I was like, yo, they hitting Greg jaw. My word, they went in Greg jaw. They pull him his roommate out. They both come out handcuffed. They take them down to the barbershop, script searching. My word, I look and see the a-hole sergeant dude. He coming out like this. He got the flip phone in his hand, y'all. So boom, took the phone. Promise y'all, took the phone. I'm like, oh, shit. Goddamn, niggas ransacked them niggas joint. After they ransacked them niggas joint, I don't know who said they was gonna take the phone charge, but they locked both of them niggas up. They locked him and his roommate up. They locked both of them up, man. Them niggas packed up that whole fucking cell. I'm sitting in that bitch like, damn, I didn't get the la-la play and the tobacco play gone. God damn, that was a double. I was like, that's crazy. That's everything he hit like that. I'm like, man, the phone, the tobacco, and the lala. I'm like, man, this is crazy, man. And as I'm saying that, I turn around, my roommate was like, you know who sent that hit, right? I'm like, who? He was like, that ugly ass bitch. I was like, man, hell no. He was like, bro, remember you told me? He was like, bro, she probably was really on the phone. She probably heard that shit the whole time, was rocking this dumb ass, and I thought about it. I'm like, damn, did she really, like, he pocket dialed her and she didn't hear. I was like, man, did she really do that shit? He was like, bro, wasn't nobody fucking with him with that phone, bro. He was right. Nobody was fucking with him. The day he get booked on a visit, the girl got down, the girl don't come see him. He get ran down on by the feds, man. That shit was crazy, man. So bro was gone. I never seen bro again, man, until I went to Greensville. When I went to Greensville, man, I promise you, man, I went to Greensville. I don't know how this shit had happened, but both of us was in the intake pod. And this is before I went to that pod. I'm telling y'all about the go home joint next door, but I see him. He's about to go to the re-entry. the real reentry. Like, you know what I mean? I suppose that went with him, but I didn't even know that was him because I haven't seen him in like 3-4 years. So I spot him and I'm looking, I can't even remember his name, but he looking at me like, Weezy, man. I'm like, oh shit. I was like, bro, what's your name? But he was like, bro, I was like, oh shit. I was like, yo. I said, damn, bro. I thought you was already going home. He was like, nah, I go home this year. I was like, damn, that's crazy, bro. I was like, what's up though, man? I was like, damn, bro, you went down for that jack, bro. That shit was crazy. He was like, man, guess who stole on me, bro? I'm like, who? He was like, man, Tish ugly ass, bro. She wrote me a letter and was like, yeah, I'm ugly now, huh? Motherfucker, yeah, deal with that shit now. Deal with not going home when you supposed to. He was like, bro, I supposed to went home my good time the end of 15. He was like, look at this shit now, bro. I was like, bro, she dropped a dime on you, bro. He was like, yeah. I was like, God damn it, love is blind, God damn it. You wanted to fuck with her ugly ass, man. I was like, man, that shit crazy, man. But bro, ended up getting separated. I went to the party next door. He went to the reentry joint. But like, that shit was crazy, man. Like meeting joints, like you gotta be careful because shit can go wrong like this, man. Like he was taking care of her. She lied about how she looked, which was petty. You know what I mean? He tried to get her to bring the sack. She bucked on our money and he told the police to knock his jack off. Like, you know what I mean? Shit wicked in penitentiary, man. So that's why y'all should stay y'all ass out of penitentiary. But that was a crazy situation. That's the end of the damn story, though. I appreciate y'all for watching another one, man. Y'all already know what it is. I need y'all to stay out of the way. Why? Because going to jail is not an option, man. You got to be out here with your family, the people that need you, man. You out here really holding people down, man. You got people really relying on you, counting on you, man. You got to pick kids up from school and be at plays and go to graduations and be there for your moms and your parents because they getting older, man. Like, how the hell you going to do all of that if you go in the can, if you go to penitentiary, man? Tighten the hell up, man. Change your life around and stay out the way, y'all. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This was a bonus banger. That's what I need y'all to do with this one. Like, share, subscribe, y'all. Let's go. But be safe out there, y'all. And stay your ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart just to open your eyes up.